Hi guys. Oh motherfucker. Hi guys, it's the Walk-In 00 Dead here, king of the anime and manga unboxers. So today I'm going to be doing my 1 year anniversary special video. So hopefully you guys have seen me improve somewhat from my very first video, which was a review of Bokuno, which lasted maybe 2.5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. I might just post it in the link description down below, or do it as a response video just so you can see how crappy it is. I mean, I've bought a HD webcam, which my computer unfortunately can't run like the highest quality of it, but it looks good enough. And I've bought a really good Samsung Go mic since then, but I used to have like a really shitty like £10 webcam and a £5 microphone. So hopefully things have improved over the last year, as you've seen like my channel evolve from, you know, anime reviews to my unboxings to my anime character profiles. Hopefully I've like mixed things up and been a bit diverse and tried to think outside the box quite a bit. So first off, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my subscribers. You know, thanks guys for getting to like 600 subscribers, you know, 50,000 views, and get me a partnership with Fullscreen. You know, I never would have thought I would have got 600 subs or 50,000 views, or I would have never have thought I would have got you know, a partnership like ever at all. So in this like 1 year anniversary video, I'm going to be talking about what got me into anime. You know, what were the first like anime and mangas that I ever watched or read, and you know, why I love anime and manga, and why I made this channel. You know, what inspired me, and what are my goals for the future, and who inspired me to actually make my channel, who inspires me now to, like, you know, push my channel and, you know, try to be more creative and improve myself. So I hope you enjoy, you know, my like little YouTube anime and manga story. So what got me into anime and manga? The very first like anime I ever remember watching, but I don't ever remember it actually being anime at the time. I must have been, say, 9 years old. Was the original Pokemon. Like, Pokemon came out when I was like in primary school, so I'm one of the original like Pokemon fans. Used to love Pokemon, man, collecting all of the cards, all of like Nintendo DS games like Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue, Christ, there was like Pokemon Yellow and Green and Diamond, and all of them. I just played all of them, absolutely loved it. And at the time, obviously, like I said, had no idea that it was anime. And the first sort of like seinen sort of anime, if you want to call it that, I ever watched was Street Fighter Alpha the movie, and this was actually the first anime that I ever bought as well. And I remember this thing just absolutely blew my mind, like, you know, blood and naked women and violence in a cartoon. I was like, what the fuck? You know, just, you know, pretty much started my love for, you know, anime. And then when I was in like I'd say like year 9 or I'd say like year 9 of like middle school, in like our summer holidays, we basically, like on the Sci-Fi channel at midnight every night throughout the summer holidays, they played like a classic anime like movie, and they also had like interviews with like people that were like on DVD magazines who were like reviewers, and they would talk about like each of these movies. So I've got all of them because these are the movies that got me into anime and manga. First one I ever watched was Akira on the Sci-Fi channel, and they had like an interview about it. I was like, wow, this sounds so cool. But honestly, I find Akira to be as boring as fuck. But I've tried to watch it like 4 or 5 times, and you know, it's, oh god, I can appreciate what it did for the anime industry, and I can appreciate how incredible the animation was back in the day. But my god, this bores the hell out of me. But you know, this was the one of night 1. Night 2 was Ghost in the Shell, and you know, the Major basically diving out of a window naked with, you know, camouflage, blowing someone's head off with an Uzi. You know, my mind was just blown. I was like, oh my god, I've never seen anything like this in my whole life. And also because I was I am a massive fan of Metal Gear Solid, and obviously Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1 had just came out roughly the same year. You know, the stealth and the whole cyborgs and all that sort of stuff just made me absolutely love Ghost in the Shell, even though it was confusing as hell, and it still is. And so is the second gig and the first gig, and you know, the second movie, you know, it doesn't make really a great deal of sense to me. I understand it, but you know, Ghost in the Shell. The second one I watched, the next one I watched, which was the one that really got me hooked into anime in this like week of like playing like the classic movies on the Sci-Fi channel, was Ninja Scroll. just the fact that ninjas and all these crazy monsters that the guy, I think his name's like Jubei, has to fight. The rock creature like rapes the woman with like poison blood. Oh my god! And the blind samurai and the oh god, what was the other one? The guy that explodes things. This just blew my mind, and I had to find more anime after this. But other stuff was like what did they have? They had like Violent Jack on there. They had like Bubblegum Crisis. They have Battle Angelina or something, which is like about an android girl that's found in a scrapyard. But they're the ones that I remember off the top of my head. I'd never forget them because that's what got me into anime and manga basically. And then after that, I discovered a little show on Cartoon Network called Dragon Ball Z. Yes, Dragon Ball Z. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. One Piece can have better characters, better character development, better storyline development, a better story. It can have a better journey. It can be better in every way, but you're never going to beat this. I'm sorry. Entertainment factor wise, you can call it nostalgia goggles, you can call it fanboying out. For me, it will never fucking compare to this bad boy. This blew my fucking mind. People flying, throwing fucking fireballs, travelling faster than the speed of light, Saiyans, Super Saiyans, Frieza, wow man, this just made me a hardcore fucking anime fan. Just loved it. Then other stuff. Well, no, actually, move on next. It'd be like Toonami. Toonami came over here in the UK, so we got shows. We got shows like Big O, which I only just like rewatched recently, and I thought, oh man, not as good as I remember it being when I was like a teenager. But Big O. What else came out? The classic Cowboy Bebop. Now this thing, man, when I first watched this, once again another thing that just set the bar for anime for me. Just blew my mind. Absolutely loved it. I mean, who doesn't love Cowboy Bebop? I mean, Bebop is the shit, let's be honest with you. It's a benchmark, and it's a crossover series. And then another little thing that Toonami introduced me to was my favourite series ever, which is the original Fullmetal Alchemist. Get the glare off it. I just love the journey and the story of the two brothers, Ed and Al, and the villains, and man, it really hooked me this. I loved the ending. I know a lot of people didn't, but I love the whole alternate universe and the whole gates, and and yes, that is a beautiful special edition Fullmetal Alchemist. So yeah, that is pretty much all of the stuff that got me to anime. I've only really just over this last year, well no, I'd say maybe 2 years, got into like manga. And the first ever manga I bought was solely because Naruto, the first series, had like finished, and over here in the UK we had to wait like, I don't know, 6-7 months before Shippuden came out, and the mangas were coming out obviously, and I just needed to know what happens in Shippuden, man. I was just like, man, after those terrible 3 seasons of fillers, I had to find out what's going on. And yes, I know this isn't a Shippuden part, but this is the very first manga that I ever bought, because I didn't know when Shippuden started, so I thought I'd best go back 1 volume. And then obviously I got the first volume of Shippuden. Well, actually, I bought like the first 6 volumes of Shippuden, and yeah, it blew my mind. And then, I'm not going to go into a Naruto rant, but after the Higen and Kokuzu, pretty much it goes downhill a little bit. But it's still Naruto. I still love it. It's still one of my favourite series. And my collection itself, you probably won't believe it, but let's just say it would have been like maybe the length of that shelf before I started my YouTube channel. I first obviously got like a few random things like Street Fighter, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, and the rest of it was all like Dragon Ball Z movies. So and the Naruto's, of course, all the Naruto volumes, which you can see behind me there, up to about there, all of my Naruto stuff. And if I move out of the way, you can probably see, it's times massively. There's obviously 2 shelves here and here above that. There's 6 shelves down below here, 6 shelves down below there, but 2 of those are empty. But obviously all the rest of it's full up. So whilst I've been on YouTube, I've discovered so much anime and manga through talking to all the people, you know, that I talk to, which is incredible. You know, my collection's just blown up. I've, you know, bought a ton more manga, like series like Ikigami, Bio Omega, Pluto, Monster, Blue Exorcist, Toriko. You know, sort of broadened my horizons a little bit more with manga. And with anime, as you can see, I've got a lot of really good stuff. Let's have a little look. Gios, Welcome to the NHK. I'm just gonna have like a little random look around my collection. Noir, Bokuno, Paranoia Agent. You know, these are all because of being on YouTube and, you know, talking to loads of other people. So that's what got me into anime and manga. What a journey. So why do I love anime and manga? I suppose it's because I love to get sucked into all the, you know, diverse amount of stories. I mean, anime's got so many different like stories. They're always, you know, it blows my mind. You know, and you can have stories like Shiki, which is like vampires attacking a village, or you can have Death Note, you know, which is like a really intelligent guy finds a book where you write a name in, and, you know, people die, and he wants to, you know, basically become like justice and God and stuff. Things like Cowboy Bebop, where it's got a blend of amazing music and atmosphere, and it's all about, you know, like space cowboys, like bounty hunters finding people, you know, to anything like Planets, where it's about basically like trash collectors in space. And, you know, you can have like things about boxers and tennis players and oh man, let's have a look around. What fucking zombie apocalypses, just anything. I just love the fact that there's such a wide range of different stories, and they're all like really imaginative and creative. I just really love that. It always like really sucks me in. And something else I really love is I like escaping into like the worlds that it builds. Like world building is like really important for me. You know, I love the world building for Naruto, obviously in the first part. I love, you know, the world building in like One Piece, you know, all these pirates across all the sea. Even though I do struggle with One Piece and I find it a little bit boring, I do love the world of One Piece. I can appreciate the world of One Piece like massively. And obviously Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball, I love that. You know, the whole like martial arts and the other world, and, you know, going to outer space, and all the magic and mystical crap, and, you know, Nameks and dragons and whatnot. You know, I absolutely love world building. I love just escaping into the worlds that, you know, these animes and mangas create. And you know, I love like the journey you go on with all the characters, and, you know, how you invest in characters like Ed and Al. There, you know, I've probably never invested in two pairs of characters as much as Ed and Al, going on like their journey. You know, the journey of Naruto, going from this little kid that's, you know, depressed, everyone hates him, and he meets, you know, Kakashi and Sakura and Sasuke. You know, you see him grow and mature until he's up into like Shippuden. And you know, it's amazing to watch all these things, man, and how everything like develops over like time. And obviously I'm a massive shonen fan. I love battle series, even though, you know, as I've always said, you're probably never ever going to see me do a chapter review. Though you might see me do one, which I've already said I am going to do, but that's going to be for me to have fun doing it, which is probably going to be next week, you know. But other than that, you're probably never going to see me do a chapter review, maybe because there's people like Sawyer, there's people like from Neverworld, they can do a chapter review 1,000 times better than me, and it doesn't interest me anyway in doing those sort of things. I much prefer doing reviews or character origins, or, you know, unboxings and hauls and all that sort of stuff, and you know, trying to do other videos like thinking outside the box, like fight tournaments and whatnot. But yeah, I love fights, man. I mean, who doesn't love that sort of stuff? I mean, obviously I can appreciate things like Monster and you know, like Paranoia Agent with a much more complex storyline, and I can appreciate things like Berserk as well. But yeah, man, just fights, oh, man. Anything from, you know, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, Fairy Tail. I've only watched a little bit of that at the moment, and I haven't really seen any decent fights, mainly because every fight essentially ends with a fist. Which, you know, but I'm gonna watch more Fairy Tail soon. And you know, things like Claymore as well. Oh man, you know, easily Teresa versus Priscilla, and, you know, the three other top Claymore. It's got to be one of my maybe my favourite sword fight ever. That just blew my mind, man. Teresa, what a total badass. I'm going to talk about, you know, who inspired me to actually, you know, create my channel and to review and do unboxings. I mean, the people that inspired me, to do reviews, who I was watching before I became a member of the anime community, was he we shall not speak of, Mr. Anime. Used to love all of his stuff, but it's a bit tainted now. I'm not going to go into all of that. GR Okada, I think he's like really underrated. He's really good at reviews. I love his stuff, man. He's so good. And you've got Bionic Slime. He does like a wide range of stuff. He's a really good reviewer. Then you've got the man from the land of kings and queens. You've got Giguk UK. He's brilliant as well. One of the first people I started watching, I know is like not on YouTube anymore, is like Jessie Otaku. I used to love all of her videos. I used to watch everything that she did. And for Neverworld also, I'd like discovered for Neverworld out of nowhere, and he really inspired me as well, and made me think, man, I want to get a camera and make some reviews. Even though my first ones were fucking terrible, absolutely terrible. But hopefully they've improved over the last year. Who inspired me to do like unboxings and pickups and hauls? Super Saiyan 12311. I've always said that. He always definitely inspired me, a fellow countryman. I thought, man, if he can do it, why not have a go? It looks fun. I've got a decent enough collection to try and do it. And B-Dub, the anime master. Obviously, if you've ever seen my little parody intro of him, massive inspiration for me to go into like unboxing. And also Bob Samurai, he also made me think about doing like pickups and hauls and all that sort of stuff. So I love watching his stuff. He definitely inspired me. And the other reasons why I created my account is because I watched people like GR Okada and Bionic Slime. Once watching their reviews, I kind of felt like I wanted to give back, because they made me find like really cool anime like Baccano or Planets or whatever. So I felt like I should get a camera and give back to other people, man. And I wanted to tell other people about new shows and tell them, and with unboxings and hauls, show them this is Dragon Ball GT, this is what you get. Open it up, whatever, how I do it. King of the unboxers. But yeah, man. I just wanted to tell people about new shows. I wanted to show them what you get. Because if you're like on Amazon or eBay and you get stuck a little picture, you don't know what's inside it. You don't know what the discs look like. You don't know what all the box art and artwork and all that sort of stuff you get with it. You never know. So I thought that'd be like a really cool thing to show people what they get. And other reasons is obviously to talk to other otaku about anime and manga, and get their views on shows, and find out about new anime and manga for myself to watch, and grow my collection. So next I'm going to talk about who inspires me like now to like improve my channel and to think outside the box, and who pushes me to like improve who I watch. And I definitely recommend that you guys go check these people out, because they're all really good anime and manga reviewers, or whatever they do, but it was all like anime and manga though. First off, like Anime Green, leader of the Green Clan, definitely makes me push myself. Hado Sengoku, he's got a really great channel. He's just become partnered, so did Anime Green. Someone quite new to the anime community that like really pushes me because he's fucking brilliant is Zoro Fanboy 124. He's really great. He's got some really great content. Definitely check him out. Someone that's really maybe I should say inspired me to get back into reviews, because I think he's a really good reviewer and he's really underrated. And that's Sasuke Dracon FD. Definitely check him out. He's really great. Anime Hero. He's always inspired me to get better at reviewing and improve editing and all that sort of stuff. He's got a really good channel. He's really underrated. If he comes off hiatus, he's gonna get big. And Savage War Panda, I love all of his stuff. Someone that, as an unboxer and as a pick-upper, like inspires me to improve and keeps me on my toes is I Hell Otaku. He does some really great stuff. And some of the bigger people in the anime community, should I say, with the 1,000, the 5,000, the 10,000 subs, whatever, that push me to go, I want to be at your level and I want to be better than you. At some point in the future, it's people like Uber Akari. I mean, there's no one like Uber Akari in the anime and manga community. He's his analytical reviewing skills just blow your mind. And I had my first Skype call with him the other day and smashed the granny out of it. If Uber Akari watches it, I'm sure he'll understand. Bob Samurai, man, he's a great reviewer. He's a great pick-upper, and he does great videos and great discussions. He definitely inspires me to get better. King of Lightning, another guy that's really good at reviewing and discussions that really makes me want to get better. And one of the bigger anime unboxers and sort of like recommender of showing off like box sets and stuff is BW the Anime Master. You know, if I can get to his level, that'd be, you know, incredible. I'd love it. And you know, the goals for my channel for this next year is I've just hit 50,000 views, so why not set it to 100,000 views for next year? And my ultimate goal has always been, or sort of like my personal sort of like ultimate goal is always to get like 1,000 subscribers. I believe like if I hit 1,000 subscribers, for me personally, I think like, yeah, I've done it, man. You know, I've got 1,000 subs. I'd be really chuffed if I did that. I mean, I've only got 400 to go, so, well, less than 400 because I'm like 610 or something. But you know, 1,000 subs, blow my mind. It'd be absolutely incredible. And another goal for myself for this year is I want to help like build the Green Clan with all the other members, and you know, make the Green Clan just as successful as like the East Blue Pirates, or you know, the Cloud Village, all these other collaboration channels, or Podo Toku, which is like Giga and Arcadia's and Golden Reviews and all those guys. You know, because we're all like really underrated and all quite unknown, you know, like reviewers. So if we could get up with those big guys that have got all the 1,000 subscribers, that'd be incredible. You know, so I'd really like to help build the Green Clan up with all the rest of the guys. So yeah, that pretty much is my YouTube story. I hope you've enjoyed it. You know, drop me some comments down below. Let's say, what would you like to see more of on my channel? What could I improve on my channel? Audio, visual, you know, do you want to see me do well, I'm not going to do chapter reviews, but do you want to see me do chapter reviews maybe when something big happens? Maybe you want to see me do, you know, like anime discussions, which I've been thinking about doing for quite a while. You know, drop your thoughts down below. If you like my stuff, it'll be on the opposite side. Subscribe up there, up above. Go check out my anime reviews, my manga reviews, my anime unboxings, you know, all the stuff. I've got quite a lot of videos now, and you know, check the Green Clan out as well. It's a really awesome anime collaboration channel. We do tons of Skype calls and tons of really cool stuff. Check us out, and give us a thumbs up for my 1 year anniversary. Thanks for watching, guys.